Dear friends, many a times we've come across amazing stories, fascinating stories, incredible stories, inspiring stories. But there are few stories which always remains in our heart, and it's very, very difficult to forget those stories. This is one such story that I'm going to share it with all of you. Dubai is an amazing country. I'm sure the whole world loves Dubai because of the kind of a facility that is available, women's safety, infrastructure, whatnot. It's a very small place, but the kind of a facility, the kind of infrastructure, the kind of a foresight, the kind of a vision is amazing. But how this Dubai story was formed, how this the new Dubai that we are seeing today, what is the story behind? I've come across many people who've been living in Dubai for almost 30 years, 35 years, and when I start talking to them, they'll tell me, this particular road called Sheikh Zayed Road, it was nothing in this particular road. You just see one or two small buildings here, after that, nothing there. All kind of old stories. But how this incredible country was made out of nothing. You just imagine a desert and not much of a infrastructure available, but one man's vision could turn around the entire country to what it is today. The story that I'm going to share with you all is in that interesting book called Flashes of Thoughts, written by the Shaik Mohammed, who's the ruler of United Arab Emirates. This particular book talks about many stories, but one story which really kindled my spirit, and whenever my chips are down, I just recall this story. This is a story about this airline, Emirates Airline. All of us know one of the very successful airline in the world. The kind of a fleet that they are operating, the kind of facility that they have, the cargo, amazing thing, whatnot. So this particular airline, how this was started, the ruler of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed, he's been very fond of interesting things. He goes around here and there. Wherever he visits, whichever country he goes, he just pick up some of the best things of that particular country, whether it is building or innovation, technology, healthcare, whatnot. So he brings all those interesting things to Dubai. That's the kind of a quality that he had. In the initial days, the entire Gulf countries, all of them were actually sharing the air base of all the Gulf countries together. They had only two major airlines. One was the Saudi Arabian Airlines, and then the other one was Gulf Air. So these two things were actually, the Gulf Air was actually shared by many countries like Qatar, UAE, and all the other countries relatedly. So at one point of time, the ruler of Dubai, he decided that we need to make sure that many people are traveling to different part of the world, and Dubai is relatively in the middle. So why don't we make Dubai as a travel hub? So for that, we need to free the air policy so that anybody can come in, and they can just have a stopover, so that we have different people coming from different countries. So that was the idea behind it. So he went to the Gulf Air people in Bahrain, and they started talking to each other, and they said that I wanted to make this free air policy, so why don't you just approve on this, so that we can have many people coming from different parts of the world landing in Dubai, and then that can increase the floating crowd, and we can just make sure that is another stream of economy. But Gulf Air refused to do that, and he was not knowing what to do. So they've decided to go alone, and they said, okay, let's break the tie-up. And they went around, and then they leased out two airlines, old Pakistan Airlines, some old aircraft they leased out, and they started airline services, and it was called as Emirates Airline. So that Emirates Airlines today, just a leased out airline with less facility. It started in a small way, but today I think they are one of the largest fleet operators in the world. So the point I wanted to drive home is that if you have a passion towards something, if you wanted to really do something, you can do many things. This is just a one story that I'm sharing with you. There are many stories in that particular book, how Dubai was actually turned around, whether it is the Jebel Ali airport or the kind of facilities that you see in terms of infrastructure, healthcare, number of education institutions, quite a lot of things, including the tallest building in the world. So every single thing that he initiated, every single thing that you see in Dubai is got a story behind it, and that's what something I really liked about it. Hope you liked the story. Thank you very much. Bye.